Hey everyone, I hope you are doing well. In today's video, I'm going to be showcasing to you all a very strong Great League team. And this team is featuring two of the newly buffed Pokemon of the season, the Mandibuzz with Aerial Ace and also Serperior with Aerial Ace as well. So if you guys weren't already aware, Aerial Ace has been one of the new moves that have been buffed during this season, with it allowing for cheaper energy generation to get to. So this will really benefit the specific mods here, such as Mandibuzz and Serperior. So this team consists of Mandibuzz in the lead with Snarl, Aerial Ace, and Dark Pulse. I'm choosing to run Dark Pulse here just because I want to hit things a little bit harder. Although there is still to be a case to be made to run Foul Play if you guys want to, just for the more consistent damage and the more consistent energy generation. Registeel in the safe swap position, just really been a staple here for a long time in the Great League with the Focus Blast and the Zap Cannon. And then Serperior in the back, just it being a very solid grass type, and even more so now with Lantern especially kind of going away, and with the Serperior can still do very heavy neutral damage to most things. He can even beat Registeel here. So this is the team, and I'm going to go ahead and continue with the commentary here. And the Mandibuzz was up against the Medicham and the lead. I did lose that matchup, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. I do have the Registeel here against this Alolan Ninetales that is running Charm. So Alolan Ninetales can't really do too much here against the Registeel. So I'm going to go ahead and hit it hard with a Focus Blast. The opponent is down 2 shields, and I have no reason to shield anything here from the Alolan Ninetales. So that is fine. I'm just going to soak all of this energy here on the Registeel, and I'm going to go ahead and commit to the lock-on farm down here. And I'm able to successfully do that. And they do come in with a Gardevoir, so this is pretty much a game over here. There isn't really much that the opponent can do. Zap Cannon will do very heavy damage here against the Gardevoir, and I do have the attack drop. So this is going to be very much a good game here. I'm going to go ahead and pivot, just throw the Focus Blast here up against the Gardevoir, and then this is pretty much a good game. I'm going to swap back into Serperior and clean this game up here. I do have the Frenzy Plant loaded for this Medicham. This is going to be easily more than enough to take this game. So that's going to be a good game, very well played to my opponent. And this specific set, I got a 3 and 2, just for your information. Hopping into the next battle, we have a Steelix on the lead. So, the Shadow Steelix, in fact. So this is going to be a very interesting matchup here. Going to go ahead and just overfarm here a little bit. I think I should have thrown a Dark Pulse as soon as I gotten it, which in hindsight might have been the better play here. But that's okay. I'm just going to go ahead and take a Breaking Swipe here. Going to throw one more Snarl, and then now go for the Dark Pulse. So this is debuffed, but it will still do a little bit of chip damage here to the Registeel. So Mandibuzz doesn't really hit the hardest, so with the debuffs it will really be not hitting very hard at all, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and tank this next Breaking Swipe here on the Mandibuzz, and then once again just throw a couple more Snarls here, and then throw the next Dark Pulse. So this is fine. I think so. The Dark Pulse again will be doing a little bit of chip damage here, and then I am going to let this next move go. Again, this Breaking Swipe will not KO the Mandibuzz. It is insanely tanky. I think what I should have done is I should have pivoted into the Registeel first. So now I do bait out a Quagsire. So this is a very interesting matchup here. Definitely does favor the Quagsire just because of the spamminess of the Mud Bomb here. So this is fine. I can go ahead and let one of these go. Then I'm going to go ahead and fire off a Focus Blast right here. This is going to be doing some very nice chip damage here to the Quag, or force a shield. So they're going to let this move go. And at this point, I am just going to let the Registeel go. It has done its job, and there's no way that I am going to be flipping switch here. So this is fine. I'm going to let the Registeel go. It barely couldn't reach the focus boss. So just going to go ahead and now commit to the farm down here with Serperior. I know they're going to hit me with a Stone Edge here, which is okay. So I'm going to just take that energy here, and then they do aggressively swap back into the Steelix though, which is fine. I'm going to go ahead and catch this move here on the Mandibuzz. I think I should have just tanked that energy, but that's okay. They're breaking swipe, and they actually do an undercharge here, which is good on them. So I am going to now fire off the Dark Pulse here against the Steelix. So the Steelix is going to get taken out here, and let's see what they're going to do here. The opponent decides to then come in with an Golisopod. Oh, I thought I saw the typing and I thought I saw the Araquanid, but instead it is Golisopod, and this is actually going to be very tricky here for my Serperior. So they do no shield the Aerial Ace, which is fine. And now I'm going to leave it up to Serperior here, but I am pretty low, so I think this is going to be a good game for me. So there isn't really... I think I could have played that lead matchup a little bit better here. For the Steelix, I probably should have just safe swapped right away into the Registeel. But that's fine. You know, you can't win all the games. So this is fine. I'm just going to go ahead and throw the Aerial Ace, but then they do make a great catch on the Quagsire. So I'm going to no bubble this Aerial Ace and then see if I can get a little bit of farm. I am able to get one extra Vine Whip though, which is okay. But in any case, the Golisopod is still pretty healthy, and they are still going to be able to outpace me here, and I need basically 2 Aerial Aces, and I am not able to reach that in time. So that's going to be a very well played game here, and they do end up winning the CMP tie as well. So that was pretty close, but very good game to my opponent. They played that very well. So that's a good game. Alright, and we're hopping into the next battle here. We have the Mandibuzz up against the Clefable. This is not a good lead at all. So what I'm going to do here is I am actually going to safe swap into the Serperior here, and it is a Charm Clefable. So, and then I get very hard punished here by a Skarmory. So this is not what you want to see. Although in hindsight, Skarmory is very rarely seen nowadays, but people are still running it for whatever reason. So that's very unfortunate for me here, but that's fine. I'm just going to go ahead and throw as many Frenzy Plants as I can just before I go down. So that's okay. This is still going to do some pretty nice damage though. So I'm able to get off one final Frenzy Plant here. And this is again going to be doing a little bit of damage here to the Skarmory. So that is okay, and I do get it to the red, which is pretty nice. So at this point, I think what I should have done is I think I should have came in with the which is unfortunate for me, is that I am not able to flip switch here. So I'm actually going to come in with Mandibuzz, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and tank all this energy because given they have a Charmer, the Mandibuzz does not want to see this at all. They actually do aggressively pivot back into Clefable for some reason, and now I'm going to come in with my Registeel. So let's see what happens here. So I am going to be able to fire off this Zap Cannon here. I think I threw in pretty bad timing. I allowed a Charm to sneak through. So that's fine. I'm just going to go ahead and throw the Zap Cannon. I do get the debuff, which is nice. I am able to tank one of these moves, so I'm going to go ahead and let this go. It is just a Meteor Mash, which doesn't really do too much here. Although these charms, even though they're debuffed, they are still going to add up onto the Registeel. And now I'm going to throw the next Zap Cannon here up against this Clefable and see what they want to do. And I imagine at this point that they are going to double shield. So I do get a second debuff here, but I will need to start shielding my Registeel now. I think in hindsight, I probably should have shielded the first Meteor Mash, but that's fine. This next Meteor Mash is going to come through, and they aggressively pivot into Toxicroak. So this is okay. I'm going to go ahead and build up to 2 Aerial Aces here, and I can tank this move here from the Toxicroak, no problem. and they, for whatever reason, go for a Mud Bomb. They definitely should have gone for the Sludge Bomb here. But that's fine. In any case, I'm just going to go ahead and throw an Aerial Ace here up against this Toxicroak. It'll do a very good chunk of their damage here, and it's going to do more than half. And right now, I'm going to throw the next Aerial Ace just before they reach their next move. I am going to be able to knock out the Toxicroak here with this Aerial Ace, and they do come back in with their Clefable, so I am going to chip this with another Aerial Ace here. This won't KO the Clefable, but it will get it pretty low, so into the yellow. So now I am still in a pretty difficult situation because the Registeel is getting very low, and there is still one more Pokemon that I will need to face. So we'll have to see what the opponent has in the back. But in any case, I'm going to be able to knock out the Clefable here with the Registeel, and it is the Skarmory in the back. So this is going to be very close. The Skarmory can still threaten me here from this range, even with their Sky attacks. And at this range, they are actually at a... I do actually reach the Focus Blast in time, which is very good for me. And this Focus Blast is actually going to be more than enough here to take out the Skarmory. So very, very close game. Well played to my opponent there. We're going to hop into the next battle here. We got Mandibuzz up against a Walrein. So this is actually not good for me at all. And I'm going to swap right away into Serperior and see what the opponent wants to do. And they come in with Vigoroth, so this is okay. This is a pretty neutral matchup. I do lose CMP here against the Vigoroth, which is unfortunate. But I am going to then go ahead and fire off a Frenzy Plant up against this Vigoroth. This is going to do some very big damage here, or get the shield from the Vigoroth. So I do fire out the Frenzy Plant, and they do let it go, which is nice for me. And I'm going to overfarm here a little bit, and throw the Aerial Ace just before they reach their next Body Slam. This is also going to be doing some nice chip damage, or getting the shield from the Vigoroth here, which is fine. And at this point, I am going to try to flip switch if I can. So I am going to shield with this Body Slam, and going to see if I can commit to Divine Whip down, and I realize that I cannot. So I'm going to have to fire off the Aerial Ace here just before they reach their next Body Slam. And the opponent does let the Vigoroth go, and that's fine. And they are going to come back in with the Walrein here and farm me down, which is unfortunate. So now I do have the alignment that I want, so I can align the Registeel up against this Walrein. So this is actually pretty good here for me. I can take an Earthquake, so I am going to let this move go. And I do believe they do throw the Earthquake here, which they do. This is doing some very nice damage here up against the Regi. And they do swap into a Trevenant. So I'm going to go ahead and fire off the Zap Cannon here. In hindsight, what I should have done is I probably should have built back up energy here, and I think this is what cost me the game. So this is fine. This is perfect for my Mandibuzz. I am going to just get a lot of farm here up against the Trevenant. The Trevenant can't really do anything here to the Mandibuzz, so I am just going to commit to the farm down, and this is fine. I think I probably should have just thrown a move earlier too. I probably would have been nice to get some chip damage here up against the Walrein when it does come back in. So I am going to be able to farm down, which is nice. And now I am going to be throwing a Dark Pulse here up against the Walrein. This is going to be doing some nice chip damage here to the Walrein. Not enough to KO, of course. And what I should have done here is I definitely should have thrown my move against the Walrein to pressure the shield. But instead I chose to let it go, and I think this was a definite mistake for me because now they can easily just go for Icicle Spears or just or that. So now I'm forced to go for a Focus Blast here up against the Registeel, and they are definitely going to shield this move. And at this range, they can just easily take me out with Icicle Spear. This is a This is a game that I definitely could have won, but I misplayed pretty badly here. So Icicle Spear will come through, and I am way too low to be able to get to a move, and that is going to be a good game for me. Very well played. Hopping into the next battle here, we have Mandibuzz up against a Malamar. So this tells me, maybe this could be a Psychic Cup team that accidentally queued into the Great League. In any case, that's fine. I'm going to let this move go. Foul play or superpower won't really do anything, and they go for the foul play, and they actually come with a Rapidash. So I'm like, wait a second, why is there a Psychic Cup team that's queued into the Great League? So I'm going to go for the Aerial Ace here. I'm doing some nice damage, and I'm going to go ahead and pivot into the Serperior, and the opponent realizes that they queued into the wrong league, and they and then they exit the game. So that's fine. That happens from time to time, but that's okay. As you can see there, that was a 3 and 5. But in any case, that is the team here, and these are the battles. Let me know if you guys like this type of content. If you guys enjoyed it, please feel free to give this video a like and a subscribe to the channel. Any support you give will really help this channel grow. And if you guys want to stay up to date as to any future videos, please go ahead and hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date for my videos that will be coming out soon. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.